It is week 6. We did it. I finished week 6 of my 75 medium challenge. I am home. I am in my comfort space, and I can't wait to share with you what my wins and challenges have been this week. Let's get into it. I have not been able to record a lot because it's just been a really busy day. I have had a lot of people around me and I can't do a lot of clips. I couldn't even show you my dinner because there were literally people to my right and to my left, and just couldn't. But day 35 is done. I am in my bed. I have a flight tomorrow. It is my last day in this hotel. Then I'll be home and I'll be in my own bed and so happy. Good morning. It is Tuesday, April 1st, day 36. There are my bags. I am all packed and ready to go. I'm headed downstairs to check out and then grab a taxi and go to the airport. But it is time to say goodbye to this cute little room and headed home. And I couldn't be more excited. As always, I leave my room as good as I can leave it. It is not the way it was when I got here, but definitely there are my towels, but definitely in good shape. So yeah, let's go. I'm finally home. I unpacked, threw a load in the wash. Bow 9 is starting to kick in and I need to take a nap, but I'm not going to do that because I have way too much on my plate. Normally on the days that I come home from traveling, my husband and I go out to dinner because I just don't feel like cooking. But today I didn't feel like going out, so I wanted to use what we have in our refrigerator. So I made these string beans really quickly. They have salt, pepper, and garlic. I made jasmine rice with garlic. I have my broiled salmon. And here is something that we love as Puerto Ricans. It's called pegao, which is burnt rice, but we actually eat this and it is crunchy and so freaking yum. Good morning. It is Wednesday, April the 2nd, day 37. I have a late start in terms of eating, but I've been up for a while. I got up, I had my 30 grams of protein. I was working until almost 10:30 p.m. last night. It's just busy and I'm okay with it. This is breakfast. We really don't have a lot in the house. My husband picked up a couple of things while I was gone, but I have no berries, no apples, no kale, none of that. So I'm scrambling here. This is my lunch. I have my delicious green juice that my husband made in our cold press juicer. And I'm finishing up my second water. I have tuna fish on a rice cake. I have my peanut butter filled pretzels. This is lunch. It's just enough to give me energy to go on my 45-minute walk.
my God, it feels so good to be outside. I have been stuck inside of a hotel or a convention center, it feels like for 2.5 weeks. So it feels good to be out walking, hearing my feet hit the pavement, taking in all of the sounds from the birds, watching the trees bloom. I'm almost done my walk, headed back home, but it feels good. I am done. I actually did 50 minutes, not complaining. It feels so freaking good out here. I need to get inside and continue on with my day with work and all the... I am having a snack before I have dinner. I just got back from my walk and I'm hungry. So I'm having this CG's plant-based yogurt. It's 10 grams of protein. I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of this Nutrell granola. It's cinnamon pecan, sweet and crunchy. Keto certified, gluten-free, grain-free, 2 grams of net carbs, 1 gram of total sugar, 4 grams of protein for 1/3 of a cup, and it's 160 calories. All right, here's dinner, day 37. White jasmine rice with garlic, sauteed string beans, and broiled cod. It is day 38 and I'm sitting in the parking lot of my grocery store. I need to get inside and do some food shopping because we really don't have anything. I'm done and on my way home, it is starting to pour again. It's raining so hard right now, so I did it just in time. And I love coming early in the morning because there's nobody here. I need to show you what cost us $222.77. This is absolutely insanity. Most of our groceries are in the produce section. Here's the bread that my husband likes. This is the sprouted multi-grain sourdough that I love. We have raspberries, the Boston lettuce, raspberries, tomatoes, cabbage. I'm gonna make a cabbage slaw tonight. This is for my husband for dinner for tonight. I have some roasted vegetables, but this is what cost us. I'm making one of these tonight for me for dinner, but this is what cost us $222.77. And you can see here that this is all that I bought from the aisles. So I have my chamomile tea. I have a couple more because this needs to hold me over till next week. I have marinara sauce for a recipe that I want to make. I have minced garlic, my husband's oat milk. I have some chickpea shells that I'm going to make this week, Pam that he likes to use, and this is that sesame garlic sauce that I love. But this cost us $222. That's insanity. It wasn't even 4 full bags. Oh my word. I need to share this because it needs to be shown and said. This is the reason why I will never ever have carpet in my house again, in any room, on any floor, ever again. If I ever buy a new house and they have carpeting, I'm going to tell them to rip it out. This is just from 1 week. And this is just from my bathroom and my bedroom. But look at the amount of dust that I have picked up. And we're pretty clean people. And I also have a cleaning service that comes once a month. But I sweep and we do just like touch-up cleaning throughout the week. You guys, just from 1 week. If you are not vacuuming your rugs weekly, this stuff is just laying on your rug. I can't, my brain cannot handle this. Look at how disgusting. This is my pre-workout and my lunch because it's 3 o'clock and I have not had lunch. I have decided to do a 46 minute total body tempo workout, which is a head to toe workout where I'm working every muscle group, lifting weights, doing all the things, but also being mindful of my energy state. You can tell that I don't have high energy right now, and that's because I am feeling a little bit emotionally and mentally depleted and physically. It hit me hard this afternoon and I'm not one to ignore it. But the one thing that I won't do, and I've learned in my almost 7 year of being in this health and fitness space, is that I will not give in and not move my body because that doesn't serve me long term. I am hoping that these endorphins kick in and I know that I will feel better once I'm done. I know this about me. But once I'm done is what I'm going to do next, right? And making sure that I take care of all those things that I just mentioned. But let me hit play
let me do this workout, and I'll check in when I'm done. That is a wrap. 55 minutes. Took me a little longer because I had to keep rewinding to get myself set up. Remember, mind-body connection, and I'm a little bit out of it, but I got it done, and I'm so happy that I pushed through.
This is what's for dinner for me for tonight. I am making both of these patties because I will be having one for lunch tomorrow. I know that this is not the healthiest, but guys, I am so sick and tired of eating salmon, cod, halibut, anything like that. I always have these on hand as an alternative. This has 19 grams of protein per patty. I will be putting this in between 2 pieces of, Boston lettuce. Here are my patties with my string beans because I don't like to throw away food. So this is what I made the other day with my patties. And then over here, we have sauteed onions and tomatoes. Smells heavenly. Here's my homemade Big Mac sauce. And there is my bread. I'm using 2 pieces of lettuce in place of bread. Here is the final product. This is my Impossible Burger. I made my own Big Mac sauce, sauteed onions and tomatoes. The lettuce is my bread. Green beans, clementines, 32 grams of protein here to reach my protein goals for today. This is dinner. We need to do an unboxing together. You guys, I have been so obsessed with her that I thought, you know what? It's time. It's time. It is Next Level by Dr. Stacy Sims. This is the book that I talked to you guys about, where she mentioned drinking 15 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up to lower your cortisol levels. This is the master behind that. I know this is a really bad angle, but I started to put on my skincare treatment and I realized, you know what? I've never done this. I've never shown this as part of my weekly update because you guys, I have more to my day than just eating, walking, working out, being busy, right? I have my evening routine that I love and enjoy doing, and the highlight of that is actually doing my skincare routine. This product is something that I stumbled on going on 2 years ago now, and I have suffered from melasma in my upper lip. I had a really bad patch here and another one here. I have been going to a dermatologist for most of my life since I was 14 years old from bad acne, cystic acne. And then I developed melasma later on in life in my 40s. And so I tried all the products from the dermatologist office and I finally could not be on anything else. My next step was a chemical peel, which we were not going to do. So I stumbled on this product and it is plants only. It's 100% plants. It is not plant-based, it is 100% plants, nothing but botanicals and antioxidants. It is literally, dare I say, Botox in a bottle. And this is what keeps my skin looking healthy and plumpy and fresh. I've just applied this, which is the advanced version of the spot treatment. And I will link everything for you down below, but I am an affiliate. So just want to put that disclaimer out there. I've been an affiliate for them for now 2 years and I pay the same price that you do.
So here it is, and I absolutely love it. So this is a more intense treatment. Before I go in the shower, I actually use the soap. So I always apply this soap. You can see that it's orange. However, your face does not get stained, your clothes do not get stained, and your towels do not get stained. I remember suffering from acne most of my life, and using benzoyl peroxide always, dyes your towels. My mom, my poor mother, threw away so many towels in my house because I damaged all of them with the benzoyl peroxide. But that is the spot treatment, and now I'm going to apply the serum. You will see that my face has little blotchy red marks. That's just the blood circulating to the surface of my skin, and it's getting rid of all those toxins. This is the only thing that has actually cured my melasma. Yes, cured it. So I am going to apply the serum. Because this is live product, you do have to shake it to make sure that you are using up all of the contents inside. Very similar to cold pressed juice. I also want to say that this product is the only skincare product. While so many out there say that they have antioxidants, vitamin C and vitamin E and all those things, I challenge you to look up those products against the ORAC scale, ORAC, because the ORAC scale is what the government uses to measure the amount of antioxidants, or what scientists use to measure the amount of antioxidants in any given plant or vegetable. So that would be your blueberries, your raspberries, right? Because we know that every vegetable and every fruit has its levels of antioxidants and vitamins, and the ORAC scale is what's used to measure that. So this is the only skincare product that is listed on that scale. Facts. So any product that you use that markets itself as saying that it has vitamin C, vitamin E, filled with antioxidants, I encourage you to go look up the ORAC scale. Again, ORAC, and look up the product and see if it's on there. This one is, because it is nothing but plants. And dare I say, again, Botox in a bottle. So this is the serum. If you want to start with this product, I will link everything below, but if you want to start with this product, I would encourage you to start with the original formula of the spot treatment and start with serum 1, okay? Because this product tends to make your face tingly and it gives that sensation. Some people feel burning, some people feel other sensations. Me, I just feel a slight tingle, but I've been using this product for 2 years. So I do not recommend that you start with a higher dose or a higher strength, because your face will burn. Not burn as in remove layers of skin. It will feel burning. You will feel burning sensation when you put it on. Does it damage your skin? No. So I would encourage you to get the soap. This soap I bought maybe 3 months ago. It lasts you a long time. Make sure you keep it in a good case, away from water. I do not put this in the shower. I actually put it on my face before I go in the shower, and I don't put it directly underwater. I wet my hands, lather this up in my hands afterwards, put it on, and then take it off in the shower. That is my routine. And then I apply the spot treatment, let that sink in for a little bit, and then I put on the serum. This redness and blotchy that you see will go away very shortly. You can apply this under makeup, and if you choose to wear makeup, it is safe to use under makeup. It is 100% plants, filled with antioxidants, and so great for the skin. So wonderful for the skin. All right, I just wanted to show you that because I realized I haven't done it. So I hope you enjoyed that piece. And I do have quite a few people asking me what else do I use in terms of moisturizer and sunscreen, because I do apply sunscreen every day, even if I am working from home. You have lights in your house. You don't know if you're gonna step outside. This is part of my skincare routine. So I use my 3-part skincare system at night. And then in the morning when I wake up, I wash my face with water, and then I apply this Clinique. I have been using Clinique for many, many years. They came out with this one, I can't remember how many years ago. It's the Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. So it's different than their original formula of lotion. This is a gel, and it's oil-free, and it's a gel hydrant. So because I suffer from T-zone oil and my face is naturally oily, I need an oil-free base moisturizer. So I use this all over my face and all over my neck. I absolutely love this. As someone that has suffered from acne and hyperpigmentation. I'm very careful of the products that I use on my face, and I usually stick to something that works well because I don't have any breakouts. Anytime I introduce something new and put it on my skin, the immediate reaction is some kind of an acne, some kind of a pimple, and it's a pretty big one. So even at 55, it's ridiculous. So this doesn't let me break out. And then as a SPF, I use this. It's Elta MD. I will also link this down below. This one came as a recommendation from my dermatologist, actually. She recommended this about 5 years ago because it calms and protects the skin that is prone to acne and rosacea. So it is an SPF 46. This also comes in tinted, but I prefer the non-tinted. I prefer the regular clear, and it's very thick. I usually do one huge pump, like one solid pump, and that's enough for my entire face and my neck. And then if I want to apply more, I sometimes apply it here to the decollage, I don't know what it's called, but I'll apply it here. But I use one big pump of this every single day. And if I'm going out in the evening, if I've applied this in the morning and I'm going out in the afternoon or in the evening, I go ahead and I apply more moisturizer, and then I go on top with my sunscreen. So that is my morning routine. This here is my evening routine. So I use the soap and these two products for the evening, and then I use a moisturizer and the sunscreen during the day. And that's what works for me, and no breakouts.
Oh yeah, today I did 45 minutes of cardio. It's a little bit more intense, but it's not high intensity because we have proper breaks. We were able to get our heart rate down. It feels so good to sweat like this. Oh, and that shows progress of me healing. A double win. Here is my breakfast. You guys know how I roll. I do have to season my eggs, but I needed an extra portion of kale because I have not had it in over a week. Now you guys know my breakfast would not be complete without my café con leche and my 2 clementines. It has to be complete, and I seasoned my eggs. Here is my outfit of the day. I'm stepping out. I have a lot of errands to do. No surprise, black shirt, blue jeans, my trusted Skechers. I'm running in and out of stores. We'll be very, very busy. And you guys, let's be real. When a woman is in postmenopause or even in perimenopause, we sweat a lot. Hot flashes are real. And whenever I wore a light colored shirt, you could see the sweat marks, and it was so uncomfortable and completely embarrassing, and I couldn't control it. You could literally see all the sweat in here, right here under my chest and on my back. Hated every second of it, which is when I started to buy nothing but black shirts. I have all kinds of black shirts, different necklines, different lengths, you name it, because I couldn't stand those sweat marks. When you're on the go and you have a million things to get done, it's important for you to not overcomplicate and just think about what is the goal for the day, and that is to stay on top of my protein and my fiber intake. So I have 32 grams of protein here, and I have my on a hunt to look for a dress for my granddaughter. Marshall's was a fail, so let's try this one.
Today is Saturday, April the 5th, and it is day 40 of this challenge. And today I decided to take things a little bit slow. I know this is not the best angle, but I am in a rush because I am headed out the door. I need to run a few errands. That's what my weekends consist of for the most part. So I am going to do that, but I just needed to do a little something to this hair. You know what I mean? Because here is the finished look. What do you guys think? Yes? I think so.
After going to 4 Marshalls in 2.5 days, I found the dress. I found the dress for my granddaughter for my daughter's wedding in her size. Persistence pays off. Oh, I'm so happy.
Let me just say, I'm not the only one looking for this dress. We have a whole army of people in different states looking for this dress because we were determined to find it. Yes. Day 40 has come to a close. I am in bed, going to read 10 pages and go to sleep. It's been a productive day, though, I will say. And to end the night, my husband and I, we had an early dinner and it was delicious. We went to a different spot and we loved it. We had some time to catch up and just laugh and spent some really good time together because I've been traveling so much. Anyhow, it's time to say goodnight. We will check in the morning.
It is Sunday, April 6th, day 41, and it is the end of week 6. I finished it going hard. I did a 45-minute strength training workout. Heart rate went up to 142. I forgot to weigh myself this morning. I got a little distracted. So I probably just weigh myself tomorrow for my week 7 update. But weight is not important. I do that more for a gauge, but I'm not really hyper-focused on weight. I just know that I finished a 45-minute workout on this beautiful Sunday. I'm sweating, heart rate went up, and I feel great. There's my weight to end week 6, 150.8.
This is a must for my eggs. It gives it such a depth of flavor and so good. You have to try it.
Absolutely no surprise here. My usual breakfast, my café con leche with soy milk at that. My water, my clementines, let's go.
This is truly a thing of beauty. My husband made this batch of green juice. We love it spicy, so we put a lot of ginger in it. It is the perfect snack, healthy, refreshing. Love it.
Week 6, I have my wins and my challenges on my sticky note. You guys know the drill, so let's go through the wins and the challenges. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe to my channel as that helps it grow. It helps me stay connected with you and it motivates and encourages me to bring content like this to you. So let's go through the wins. At the top of the list this week is that I worked out every day. So the 75 medium challenge is that you have to move your body for 45 consecutive minutes every single day, 7 days a week. When you are traveling, that can be difficult. But I was able to complete every single day of moving my body. I checked off that box and it feels absolutely wonderful. The second win is that I incorporated 3 days of strength training and 1 day of stretching and mobility. And I say that I have to highlight that because normally my 45-minute movement includes 45-minute walks. So I would do, 45-minute walks anywhere from 4 to 5 days a week. And then the other 2 days, I would do 1 day of stretching, 1 day of strength training. Well, this week has been the reverse because the weather has been really crappy. It's been raining, stormy, windy, and I'm not going out there in that element. So I have utilized our wonderful home gym in our basement, and I have been doing strength training. I did strength training for 3 days, and I did 1 day of stretching and mobility. My body is really, really enjoying that. My third win is that I have been keeping up with my water intake and my protein. So water intake is you have to drink half of your body weight in ounces of water every single day, which I have been doing. My belly loves it, my organs love it, and my brain loves it. In terms of my nutrition, I am protein and fiber focused. So I'm eating anywhere between 40 and 50 grams of 40 to 50 grams of protein in every single meal with fiber. And fiber doesn't always have to be vegetables. Fiber can be in the form of fruit. So making sure that I have that equal balance on my plate is important. I front load my carbs. I am not an anti-carb person, especially when you're lifting weights. You need to eat carbs for energy. So you don't want to deplete your energy supplies because then you're working off of fumes and that combats in a different way in your body and you don't want that. So making sure you're eating the proper types of carbs at the right time of the day is important. I front load my carbs. I eat my carbs for breakfast and for lunch. And normally my dinners consist of only protein and fiber. So that's just how I've structured my nutrition, and I have stayed on point with that. Another benefit is that I am home for a few weeks. That's a huge win. Sleeping in my own bed, having, all of the things at my fingertips that keep me moving and keep this challenge, a little bit less stressful is important for me. And my home base does that for me. Getting the hang of wrapping my hair. So for the first time, I went to a black salon. That was 3 weeks ago, and she cut my hair exactly how I wanted it from day one. She was able to take all of the weight, all of my hair. I probably need a shape up because I'm in week 3 right now, but wrapping and molding my hair has been a game changer. I apply hardly any product, if any at all, and it really just keeps my hair in a way that is manageable all day long. So that's been a huge plus. I did record some clips. I may do a video. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm a little scared to do it because I'm new at this. But I also would love your feedback. I would also love your feedback for those of you that are experts or do this, have been doing this for many years. I would love your input on my process. So I may just do it just because, you know what? Vulnerability is a flex and I am willing to put myself out there. So I may just upload that video just because as a bonus video this week. We shall see. I am recording more clips. That's a huge win. I am moving literally at 20,000 miles a minute, and I have to learn to kind of put a pause on it and really figure out, okay, is this worthy of me recording just 2 or 3 seconds of for the sake of this vlog? So I have been doing so much better with that. I'm super proud of myself. And then reading. I am enjoying my new book and I am reading 10 pages every single night. Completely love the process. This is now my 2nd book. The goal is to read 1 book a month and I am headed in that direction. So for challenges, time zone and sleep. It's been completely disrupted. I have been in and out of time zones for the last 2 weeks and my body is feeling it. So this week was trying to get recalibrated for the home time zone and just getting my body used to a new sleep routine. I am still struggling with it, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping to be back on track. Let's say by this week is the goal. Long work days. That's a huge challenge. I have not had any decompression. I have not had any time off in about almost 3 weeks straight. And my body did feel that. I had a crashing and burning moment this past week and I needed to decompress. I literally could not process another thought at all that particular day. So it's important to know your body and give it the space and the time that it needs to heal and to recover. And me going, for 20 something days straight just did not work in my favor and I came crashing and burning. So that was a challenge. No meal prep this past week because I arrived on Tuesday afternoon and I just didn't have I didn't have time to meal prep for the week. So I was cooking dinner. I cooked, dinner Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we went out to dinner on Friday. but that sets me back as well because I have to plan for that. Although I cook really quick, wholesome meals, it's still something that I have to do. It's something that I have to add to my schedule, and being depleted and exhausted every day just wasn't ideal. And then my last challenge was that I had to go grocery shopping. My husband did do a little short grocery haul while I was gone, but he ate most of what we bought, and 80 to 85% of our groceries is produce. So it goes really fast. That's why we do weekly grocery hauls. And I needed my things. I'm a creature of habit. I didn't have the things that I liked, but we made do with what we had. And on a bonus of that, we cleaned out our refrigerator in the process because we ate things or I cooked things that were just sitting there that needed to be cooked. And that was a big benefit. That is it. Those are my wins and my challenges for this week. I did put up a poll in my community tab. If you guys can go over there, because I'm trying to figure out what it is that my audience wants to hear. Like, what are the things that my subscribers are interested in? And I really want to bring you that content. And it looks like peri and postmenopause is the topic that is winning the race. And I am going to probably start a series. And the first video I would do with that, because I always like to bring in my own perspective. And my first video that I will do on that will most likely be my own personal peri and postmenopause journey, my own peri and postmenopause story. I want to bring that to you so that you can have a benchmark and see if there are things that you can say, oh my God, that was me, or yeah, I can totally relate, right? It's a good reference point, and it's also a good opportunity to level set what that series will look like and what the type of content it is that I will bring. But if there's any particular subject in the peri and postmenopause journey that you are interested in, please leave a comment below. Let me know what those are, and I'll be sure to write them down and focus on those particular categories for you as a part of my series. I don't want to miss any opportunities of really talking about the things that are important to you and the things that are necessary to help you throughout this journey. It doesn't have to be this difficult. And I want to share and give some light to all of that. As a postmenopausal woman myself, at 55 years of age, it does not have to be difficult. It does not have to be a nightmare. So I want to bring you some of that comfort and arm you with some resources that will help you. That is all. That is all that I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, adios.